Okay, I'm gonna do a reaction to this, which just popped up, The Legend of Scottish Girl Illy, uploaded by Drumsy about 10 minutes ago. And now, before we actually look at this video and react it, I want to tell you how I know about IllyTheKitty. So she is a, or was a Scottish VTuber, and we have lost her. She has passed away, and but I did not realize that she had passed away when I first encountered her image online. So I'll show you where I first encountered her. So anyways, Skybrows makes a bunch of these music videos, and the redarked music video, which I was watching, let me show it to you. Yeah, this is the improved audio version, which I recommend. And if you go through this, there's a lot of stuff. I've already done a reaction to it. Let's see, where is IllyTheKitty? She's in one of the sky scenes. Let's see, where are we gonna go? Okay, I think in one of these later sky scenes. Okay, so anyways, so I'll tell you, while I'm looking for it, I'll tell you about, oh, here she is, here she is. Okay, so, so there's a lot of, other VTubers in here, and even, like, you know, political figures like the Vice President, J.D. Vance. I've already done a react to this one, but I wanted to show you the IllyTheKitty segment that was my first time I saw IllyTheKitty or knew anything about her. I'll show it to you right now. Let's make it big, and then let's look at it briefly. There she is. Okay, so that's a very short segment. Let's go backwards. Okay, so here she is. She's in the air, like a lot of characters in this video were in the air, and she's rising upwards. And I think if I go frame by frame, that there's at some point where she briefly has angel wings or something. I can't quite remember. I'm going frame by frame with the greater than and less than keys on the keyboard, which are ones where you can just look at each frame on a YouTube video. Let's see, I'm not seeing the angel wings. Maybe I was not, I think they did appear briefly on her though. But anyways, if they do it's so quickly that you can't really see it in the Skybrows video unless you pause. Let's see, I'm trying to remember. Was it here? Okay, but yeah, she's glowing, she's ascending, and I did not realize that this sequence represented her passing away, because so many other characters were floating or falling or rising or dancing in the sky. Yeah, there she goes up, and there goes IllyTheKitty. Okay, so I think, yeah, maybe I was misremembering, and she doesn't have angel wings in this sequence. Yeah, I'm going frame by frame, and I'm not seeing angel wings. Are those angel wings, or is that just her hair? I think that's just her hair. Yeah, so that, yeah, I'm going frame by frame, and I'm showing you all of this short scene. There's just one short scene in this music video of IllyTheKitty. And yep, that's the end of it. Okay, so anyways, that was my introduction to IllyTheKitty, redarked a Skybrows video, music video, and then when I was trying to figure out all the references to IllyTheKitty, I went and I saw this video, and you can see here is IllyTheKitty right here. And this video was really endearing. I was like, wow, I wish, you know, I would be able to see her appear occasionally into the future, you know, but there's no more appearances, no more new appearances for her on YouTube. So anyways, so this is by Drumsy, and he's apparently the one that popularized her and interacted with her as the much. So I'll show you. I saw this video before. I'm going to look at it again.
I'm the neighborhood Drumsy, and today I'm taking my Scottish hobgoblin friend Illy on a vacay. Real life, Illy is disabled, often bound to a wheelchair, so I invited her into virtual reality where she'll be free to use her legs, just like you and me. That is, as long as we don't accidentally break her in game.
I am God.
Okay, so let's make it big, since I forgot to make it big. Okay, so here's IllyTheKitty. And apparently I mistook her for a fox before. Apparently she is a kitty, even though she has a fox-shaped tail. It's just a really big and floofy kitty tail. Okay, so let's keep going.
I have ascended. Look at me and fear.
Oops, it looks like we already broke Illy. We made the common mistake of letting her make decisions on her own. And now she's crashed into a car, putting her into yet another wheelchair. Similar to an elf in Lord of the Rings who wields a bow, Illy was legless. Have no fear though, when it came to our road trip, her spirits were still high.
Lucky for you, all 8 miles per hour on this baby's road legal.
Before setting out on our trip, we just needed to apologize to Illy's mom for her now permanently seated daughter. Sorry for putting your daughter in a wheelchair. And honestly, it's our bad.
No, that's okay. You've seen the size of my arm muscles now.
Are you threatening me? I feel a little threatened. Yeah, so sorry for putting your daughter in a wheelchair.
No, that's okay. You're allowed.
You're allowed.
That's all that's all we could ever hope for.
If you're tiring her out with laughter, then it's fair enough.
What a trade-off. I get content and you get a daughter in a wheelchair. It's a perfect trade.
Exactly.
But yeah, thanks for being so cool about me breaking your daughter's legs.
Absolutely anything for you guys.
Mind if we break your arms next?
With Illy's mom's approval, it was time to hit the road. Rev up those arm muscles, Illy, because our first stop is the safari. I love the beautiful world of virtual reality models. Look how realistic he looks.
I don't know what it is, but this little baby one just doesn't look right.
I kind of want to kick it.
I think this is literally just one of the big ones, but they just made it smaller.
I like every time that you talk shit about him, he turns his head to you like, the f***, bro?
I don't think this savannah is very wheelchair accessible. I think we should sue.
Africa, why didn't you make it handicap accessible? Damn you Africans! Don't put that in the video. They did in fact put that in the video, despite my lawyer's multiple emails telling me not to. It was at this moment that we then met a local African safari bird. Please ignore the Chinese letters on his chest. Hey, what are you doing in my savannah?
I didn't see your name on it.
Is this rock wheelchair accessible?
Hell no it ain't.
Oh.
You know what we say about the African safari.
Yep. So let's go back just a little bit. So okay, there we go. Oh, come on, show me IllyTheKitty. Okay.
Telling me not to. It was at this moment that we then met a local African safari bird. Please ignore the Chinese letters on his chest. Hey, what are you doing in my savannah?
I didn't see your name on it.
Is this rock wheelchair accept?
Okay, so this is a good look at IllyTheKitty. So she has one ear up. This is one of the outfits that she wears. And so anyways, there's a lot of really funny antics in this video. We're just a couple minutes in, but I want to put the link below and let you watch the rest of this video. And I want to go to the actual video that I was, telling you in the very beginning, yeah, I'm gonna react to this, I'm gonna go to the actual one. So let's go back and we will look at the actual one right here that just popped up, and we will watch this one. I just wanted to give you an introduction to IllyTheKitty and how I figured out that she had existed. So let's go in here. And,
this is a story.
Okay, so, and then this is a tribute, I think, probably. So let's go rewind it to the beginning. We've made it big. Okay, let's go.
This is a story about a girl with a loud Scottish accent and an even louder laugh. A girl who showed up in some comedy VR chat videos and made herself right at home. She also passed away last month. This video is my final send-off to her. This is a story about friendship. This is a story about the kind of presence that doesn't disappear when a video ends. This is a story about what she meant to me, and also the mark she left behind on all of you. This is Illy.
Okay, so they're playing a copyrighted song that I'm afraid I'll get in a bunch of trouble for. So let's skip ahead a bit. Let's see. Let's go back. Okay, so I'm going to skip ahead to the 2-minute mark, and hopefully we'll be past the song that might be copyright trouble. Okay, let's
show
go.
up with my merch built right into her avatar.
I made it myself, you know, walking advertisement. Boom!
Got a lot of D's on it.
A lot of D's. Nuts!
But even then, she didn't feel like a viewer or a fan. She felt like a friend. Even in the very first YouTube video she appeared in, she acted completely at home, like she'd always been there.
This is apparently an early model.
She was fully herself right from the start. Her mom would even make appearances.
Hi, Illy's mom. Can you tell me what the best thing about being Scottish is?
Being pleased, look out my swamp.
That's a Shrek joke.
Hi, my name's Rachel. I am Illy's mum. Illy was exactly the same at 24 than she was at the age of 5 or 6. She never changed. She kept her imagination alive because I made her. Wasn't letting her let it go, because even as adults we've got to keep that imagination alive or the brain doesn't function very well.
What are you? An idiot sandwich! What are you? An idiot sandwich!
She never changed who she was just because she was online, and it used to get her into lots and lots of trouble just because she couldn't be quiet. Same in high school. She would always shock people with her knowledge because sometimes she knew a lot more than what the teachers did. And she proved all her teachers wrong, which was just amazing. I'm so proud that she did that. That's all she's ever done. She's just went out and proved those people wrong who said, no, Katie, it's not right, Katie.
But even then, there were signs that something else was going on in her life. There's a clip in our first video with her where Illy jokes about salt coming out of her skin and getting in her eye.
Okay, Mom. Oh my god, I've got salt in my eye. Oh shit.
Honestly, at the time, I just thought it was a language thing, like something people in Scotland say when sweat gets in their eye. But there was more happening behind the scenes. I just didn't know it yet. As we kept making videos, the audience fell in love with her even more. And so did everyone else around her.
I thought she was funny as hell. She was an absolute joy to watch. Lack of a better word, she was an absolute freak. And it was amazing, because she had no limits on humour. She would just say random bullshit at any time.
I will shit on your desk. I feel like a rotisserie chicken. Emily, let's go destroy things. Also, I'm pissing on the moon.
Illy's sense of humor was dark. Nothing was off limits. She talked openly about her life, about her dad leaving when she was a kid, and our immediate response was to make a video where we role-played as her long-lost father.
Illy! What are you doing? Why are you killing all these fucking people?
Dad?
Illy, it's me.
Dad.
Come here.
Dad.
Everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Illy, I even brought you some milk.
That was Illy, using humor to lighten the load. As we hung out more, she told me about her hobbies. Collecting dolls, her dog, animation.
So the stuff that Illy was passionate about, there was obviously the fitness very stuff she...
Okay, so let's see. This is, let's go backwards. I'm using the greater than and less than keys to go backwards bit by bit, because I know it flashed on screen for just the tiniest moment, so I'm going backwards and trying to see where it is. Oh, come on. It's not going to show it to me? Okay, well, I'll just go forwards.
There was obviously the fitness very stuff. She loved that. There was a long while where we did like a bunch of Minecraft stuff.
She really, and I mean really, loved Doctor Who.
Absolutely loved anything to do with art, especially when it came to when she was making her own avatars just there.
Drawing, talking about things like reptiles and watching videos about fish and ponds.
She would get genuinely excited about the weirdest stuff. like losing her mind over me gifting her a taxidermied cockroach sitting on a toilet during a game show recording.
I freaking love that!
Eventually, one by one, she started meeting everyone else in the crew.
Oh shit! It's the Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah!
I just wanted to say your presence here makes me feel like so like airy and light inside because you're so happy all the time, and it makes me want to go kill people's grandparents in an F-22 Raptor.
There was not a woman on this earth that loved Freddy Fazbear more than Illy.
I wanted to bring that up first too because like I remember whenever you first started recording with Illy and like I met her and I followed her on Twitter, and then I opened up Twitter and it was like 18 plus fan art with her and Freddy Fazbear.
He probably did wonders for the Freddy Fazbear community. I mean, I would never know. I'm not in it, but I bet she's a legend there.
But over time, Illy started joking more and more about struggling with chronic illness. Behind the scenes, I started asking questions. That's when she told me about cystic fibrosis, a genetic disease that affects the lungs and digestive system and progressively makes everyday life harder.
Now, a little bit of science for you. We're all 98% water, I think it is.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I know there was a really famous movie about a girl with cystic fibrosis, and it was based on a true story, although it was a fictionalized movie, of course. And it was one of those movies that everyone saw and everyone cried about. It was just a real tearjerker, and everyone knew about it. It was like the thing that everyone had seen, you know, right when it came out. It was a big thing. I think they might have actually shown it to us in class. I can't quite remember. I kind of think they might have shown it to us in class, as well as it, you know, being a big thing that the adults had seen on their own and stuff. But yeah, I remember crying about that movie, and that was a girl that, you know, passed away that I never met, of course, you know, probably in the 80s or something like that. Let's keep watching this.
We also require sodium or salt. The gene that allows the salt to go through the body, this gene for cystic fibrosis is faulty, so the salt can't get through. And because of that, it has to come out other ways, like through the sweat.
She told me that as her illness progressed, she would become more and more house-ridden.
Because I've got permanent pneumonia, permanent pseudomonas, and permanent staph. It's just there.
We fucking hate cystic fibrosis in this house.
Yeah, cystic fibrosis.
VR wasn't just a game for her. It was how she stayed social when leaving the house was no longer possible. Eventually, she even added her real-life wheelchair into her VR model. Maybe it was just as a joke, or maybe it was to raise awareness. Sometimes, I think maybe it was just to make peace with a part of herself that was constantly fighting her. Because Illy was a hopeful person.
Because it's really important to keep fighting, especially nowadays. There's so much waiting around the corner, medical enhancements, and I think that there's a good future ahead of us chronically ill people.
Because of that, she never talked about her illness in a way that made me think she was in immediate danger. It always sounded like a struggle, but a manageable one. So for years, I didn't fully grasp how serious things were becoming. That's something I still sit with.
Literally no human being on this fucking planet that I've met has more energy than her. She could talk for days and days and not stop. I thought she was the healthiest human being on the planet.
We should have put her on the front lines.
It was really hard because she would tell us about like, oh, this is happening to me, like my lungs are bad today, or I'm feeling sick today. And then 10 minutes later, she would be running around her room and screaming and jumping on the bed. So it was really hard to gauge, and it was just very shocking how fast it was just like, oh shit, you know?
She also always did that thing where she was like, yeah, my kidney's gone.
Yeah. I was drinking blood this morning.
Yep.
Illy.
But we kept making videos. She had so many more laughs, so many more friends made.
I used to watch a bunch of VR chat videos when I was younger, and I'd see IllyTheKitty pop up a lot. So I looked them up online and found out that they had cystic fibrosis, which is the same condition that I have. I messaged Illy on Discord, and she got messaging back to me, and we shared a bunch of similarities with her, and then we got talking more and more and more, and I started to meet some wonderful, wonderful people through her.
Something I really want people to know is that how grateful I am and how grateful I know a lot of people are to her for being that little spot of light or giving us energy. I was in contact with her a lot and she was always there to support me. When I first came out as transgender, she was immediately there supporting me, changed my name in the Discord server, started calling me Queen. She was always there to support me despite everything that she was going through herself.
One of the reasons we became so close is because Illy was never afraid to say how she was feeling. She'd send me VR models she was working on, Freddy Fazbear fan art, and updates every time she made a new friend, and then immediately draw them in a Freddy Fazbear costume. That was just how her brain worked. But as our friendship grew, I noticed I was seeing her less and less. There were more trips to bigger cities to see doctors.
So yeah, the minute she got diagnosed and we got to meet all her consultants and our dietitian, our physiotherapist, our respiratory nurse, the CF nurses, it started off as 5 people and it got up to about 7 or 8 at each appointment.
And then things changed. Illy started going in and out of the hospital more often. This was the moment where her illness stopped feeling like a nuisance and started feeling like something serious.
I feel.
Yeah, and okay, so we're about 10 minutes into here through the tribute video, and it's getting to the point where I think they're just going to be talking from now on about more and more of the sadder aspects towards the end of, you know, going downhill and getting closer and closer to the grave. And I don't think I want to watch that now, but yeah, so this was my introduction to IllyTheKitty was after she was already gone. And the stuff that I did see about her, you know, trying to investigate her and figure out who is this from the Skybrows video, who is this person, where are they now, and stuff. It's I saw a lot of funny stuff. Really, I think she could have become such a huge performer. I mean, she was, I guess, but, you know, she could have become 10 times as huge if she'd had a long life in which to do it. I think it's really weird to lose someone before you've gained them. You lose them first, and and then
Since we became so close is because Illy was never afraid to say how she was feeling. She'd send me VR models she was working on, Freddy Fazbear fan.
Yeah, it's like there were numerous people that have been like this in my life, mostly authors. I was a huge book reader as a kid, not so much now, but, you know, I'm still more of a reader than the average person. But when I was a kid, I was like probably 100 times as much a reader as the average person. And I remember authors that I would read their stuff and I would fall in love with their books. And sometimes there'd be little about the author things in the back of the books, because, you know, that was before the internet. You couldn't just look up on the internet who is this author and find, you know, like hundreds of pages of information about them. You had to rely on these little things in the back of the book, or maybe sometimes talking to the librarian about it. And there were authors that I would feel like I was starting to get to know them a bit through their creative work, and I'd be like, oh wow, I like this person. Maybe I could even, like, you know, write fan letters to them and receive fan letters in return someday. I actually did do that a very tiny bit, and with some authors, but there were authors that I had lost before I found them. and I would find out, oh, this person has passed away. Some of them passed away before I was born, and I was like, I'll never get to meet them, and whatever they have out there in their creative work, there won't ever be any more of it. There won't ever be any more of it. So yeah, I've had this experience before of losing someone before finding them. You lose them first, then you find them, and you eventually discover that they're not in this world anymore, and they are beyond our reach, and they won't be putting out any more creative material. And it's sad. It's I feel like I have no real right to intrude on the grief of people who actually knew her during her life. That's one of the reasons why I'm not gonna watch this whole tribute video. But I think IllyTheKitty, she was a really cool VTuber, and I wish that she was actually still around. That would have been cool. So anyways, I will leave all the links to this tribute video so that you can watch the other half of it if you want to, although I suspect it's going to be quite sad in the latter half. And also the first video I was showing you, the daughter in the wheelchair, I'll leave all these links in the description, and then you can go look at these things yourself. Maybe you're someone who actually knew her or saw her material while she was still alive. Or maybe you're like me, you're a person who's only hearing about her after she's gone. Whoever you are, you know, you might be in one situation or you might be in the other situation, but I think she's cool, and I think Drumsy did a really good thing by putting up this tribute video here, and I'll see you guys some other time in another video. Bye.